Alright, so I just wake up and I see we have dev notes. Actually, this was 10 hours ago. I just had a really good night of sleep. And, I mean, let's see what this is about. I mean, I can already see the tagline for the first one. Difficulty adjustments to demonic beast, but I wonder if they changed the freeze in the doggies, but... As we all know, we've been presenting our dev notes at the end of each month. It's the beginning of July, but okay. However, with various notices like update notices and official announcements simultaneously opening up at the end of the month. Oh, now it's gonna be at the start of each month now, okay. Main reason, instead of repeating what's stated on the confirmed updates, we want to inform you of future plans, okay. Difficulty adjustments for demonic beast battle. Ever since the release of the third beast, many knights have been scavenging for strategies to defeat the beasts. We're aware that many of you still having a difficult time figuring out how to defeat the beast. I mean, we know how to defeat the beast. Have the new character 6-6. Easy peasy, right? Oh boy. It is true that demonic beast was intentionally developed to be the most difficult PvE content there is. So if you're adjusting the difficulty goes off tangent from what we initially intended. Nonetheless, we do feel the need to improve our system after witnessing our knights having to restart the battles due to the current issues with passives and or random effects. My issue with the new demonic beast, it's not even the difficulty. I think the difficulty is fine. What's my issue is the shitty random freeze that if it targets the character that you need to not be frozen, you lost and you have to restart. It's just so annoying. Like, it can be, for a lot of people, a lot of whales that were playing global, they beat it first try on the doggies because they got a good RNG. Their milieux didn't get frozen. Their fair didn't get frozen, right? They have like the first 6-6s and stuff. But for a lot of people, like me and a lot of others, it took like hours to get one run where melee doesn't get frozen and loses all his buffs. It's awful. Therefore, we've changed the random effect. Remove buff in the second phase of the second floor, along with the revive in the fourth phase. Yeah, this is, okay, yeah. This is things that they've already done. Yep. We'll continue to adjust the content and repeatedly clear demonic beast battles. It will certainly be better for those who grow your heroes and have mastered the strategies. And for those who 6-6 Frere. That's the best strategy, by the way. Just 6-6 Frere. There's no strategy. The strategy is just 6-6 Frere. Especially with Deer, when specific cards are required to overcome the special patterns, even some of our experienced knights had to restart due to difficulty. Not difficulty, due to RNG. We have internally discussed adjusting the specs of Deer to generate a more stable strategy. We realize that adjusting difficulty itself will bring disappointment for those who have spent precious time trying to figure out optimal strategies. Deer doesn't have optimal strategies. It's like... Deer is just bullshit. Bird has... I think Bird is the best one of the demonic beast because it actually has some form of strategy. Deer is like, please give me the correct card. Okay, I attack. Now, please give me the correct cards again. Okay, thank you, I attack. And then with dog, it's like, please don't freeze milieux. Please don't freeze milieux. Oh, milieux frozen. Time to reset. As a result, we'll keep the overall characteristics. We're internally testing in the hopes to apply the adjustment specs. Huh? All of this text for nothing? This is all nothing! They said... They're thinking about it. Why would you tell me this? Just tell me the results. Don't tell me that you're thinking about it. What the hell? I read all of this thinking, oh, at the end they're gonna maybe say that they're gonna remove the freeze from the doggies. No. Why did they even bother mentioning them then? It's not even about the dogs, it's about Deer. Okay? Sure. I mean, if they do something about Deer, I wouldn't mind it. I still haven't tried Deer on my free to play. I'm getting my characters up for it. I already got my Jormungandr 100. Need to get the UR gear for her. Okay, sure. Do what you want, man. If you can remove the freeze from doggies as well, that'd be great. That's it. All they have to do is just remove the freeze. Oh, okay. Like the random freeze. Like the dogs themselves can freeze you. That's fine. Like the black dog freezes you as one of the attacks. That's fine. Okay? That's fine. That's predictable. Right? The freeze that randomly freezes one of your 4 characters is just dumb. There's no counterplay. Zero counterplay. It's like just hope that like when something has a counterplay, that's fine. Right? Even if it's tough, even if it's very bullshit difficulty, fine. Right? But when something doesn't have a counterplay other than hoping that your correct character doesn't get frozen, it's not fun. It's just bullshit. Like, the times I win doggies is when my Trillium Melee doesn't get frozen. That's it. That's all that has to happen. My Trillium Melee just doesn't get frozen and I win. But you know what happens? I played the activity for 4 hours and every single time Melee gets frozen. And then I lost because Melee, if he loses his buffs, he's dog shit, right? New content development progress. Oh yeah, the new PvE content. I'm sorry. I was gonna read the whole thing, but I already skipped to the end. Just wait a little longer for there's been new content. Okay. I was hopeful they were gonna announce it this month, but okay, I guess maybe next month. Because they said it was gonna be after the anniversary, so I was hoping it was gonna be like right after the anniversary. It's fine. They just dropped the Demonic Beast. Technically, that is new content. It's just that the Demonic Beast most people can't even do. Okay. Further just the development of Underground Labyrinth. Okay, so it's not... so the last dev notes, they said that Underground Labyrinth was gonna be... maybe the name. I guess it is confirmed to be the name, because it doesn't have anything after that. Development direction was first introduced for the 3rd anniversary dev note. Yep, the basic infrastructure is somewhat complete and is now in progress, a process, of adjusting specific balances and fun factors. Okay, that's good. Then I'm assuming next month maybe we're going to be getting this. If the basic infrastructure is complete, then probably next month. The Underground Labyrinth is a PvE content where you clear randomly generated block-like stages to grow your heroes and /use blocks to various effects to form effective strategies, like a roguelike. They even, yeah, it's a roguelike. The content is limited to your hero's growth progress, and various devices will be implemented in the stage to open up the possibility of multiple strategies. We are making sure that knights who are just starting the game could also easily enjoy the Underground Labyrinth. Every stage will be different, and you can combine/grow randomly generated heroes to explore the labyrinth with the strategy of your choice. I'm pretty excited for this. I have really big hopes for this. When they say it's a roguelike, I'm thinking, let's say you select like what character you want to play with, like Meliodas, right? And then you can like select what cards you want to use for Meliodas, right? That would be sick. What effects you want the cards to have, maybe you'd only be able to select obviously the animations that already exist for the character, but I'm pretty excited for this. There is so much they can do with this. This will either be the best PvE content or the worst PvE content. I don't think there is a in-between. Either this will be a massive success for them and will be super great, or this will be a ginormous flop and will be horrible and there will be no more updates. So... as for the release date, we're expecting in August, like the next month, yeah. Content expansion, functions, and balance adjustments are in progress at the moment. So what I've been saying is I really wanted Tower, right? The Tower that we have should be actually like an infinite thing where you can just non-stop play until you like die, right? And, whales would be able to flex how far they got, because one big factor about gacha games is that one big thing they need to keep getting whales excited for is being able to flex. That's, you know, it is what it is. That's one of the things that makes whales spend money. And so that would be a way, like, whales can post on Twitter or in the forum, like, whatever, their highest score and flex amongst each other. And, you know, the free-to-play players would still be able to get all the rewards. They just wouldn't be able to, you know, get, like, stage a bajillion, right? And that would be great. And this seems to be kind of like that, but without the way they keep saying it is that you can't whale on it, which I don't know if that's going to be true. But I have pretty high hopes for this. I really have. New final boss battle. Oh my god. Sorry, again, I skipped to the end. I can't stop skipping to the end. Oh, finally that Sauriel we got leaked. Okay. After the new final boss of the commandments, many of you have been wondering why there hasn't been an update for final boss, because final boss lost its meaning, that's why. As for that, we are currently preparing the final boss battle with a different boss. The final boss in the 7 Lessons Grand Cross is one of the original contents that focuses on strategy gameplay, blah blah blah. However, the content has become a den for reward acquisition over the years. Yes, it has. Despite adding Oath of Combat and Final Boss Legend... Oath of Combat? Words to go around the content isn't as used to be. It isn't! While we're preparing the final boss battle update, we're thinking outside the box to come up with a new strategy to defeat the final boss and not having to rely on certain deck formation. So, for the kids out there that did not play JP, okay? When JP was the only version, actually JP in Korea, right? Before Global. Final boss used to be what Demonic Beast battle is today. You had to be a super big time, like, not a whale, but a super big time player, right? To be super, like, invested into your account and, you know, be super min-max to be able to beat, you know, the hell difficulty on the final bosses, to be able to beat... Was there hell? It was hell, right? It wasn't just extreme. Because now there's, like the Hawk one, it's only up to extreme. To be able to, like, beat Hell King, you had to be super good at the game, right? And you didn't have to be a whale, you just had to be, like, really good. And so, you know, most people that weren't able to beat it had to do, like, hard, and hard you couldn't get the cosmetics. It was like, you had to be really good to be able to beat it. And now it's like, ever since they changed the point system, I think, it has lost its meaning. It's like, now, if you're a whale, you'll go for getting, like, the top 100 or whatever, top 10. And if not, you just go for the minimum that you have to get, and that's it. It is what it is. Oh, I didn't finish it. We're preparing the final boss battle update. We're thinking outside the box to go up with new strategies. Yeah. The first boss, the new final boss battle, will be one of the Archangels, and will inform you to Dev Note. So, if you don't know, let me pull up. We already kind of have had the news of this a few weeks ago. Yep, this Sauriel here. I really hope that this Sauriel, this is probably the final boss, is a costume that works on both. The way 7DS Leaks describes it seems to be a costume that works in both, and I hope it is. So we'll see how that goes. Additional system improvements. Apart from the plans, additional improvements regarding convenience of gameplay and shortening of deathmatch playtime. Interesting. After adding multiple heroes with different passives and missions and the contents that require specific heroes, we'll need to implement a search function with filters to easily find the desired heroes. Consequently, we will be adding a new function where you can categorize the heroes depending on their passives and the method to check the hero's starting grade. Okay. As for the unique filter, we'll improve the system by allowing you to filter heroes by the passive activation conditions such as activation upon entering and PvP exclusion. Besides the deathmatch, which can be played 6 times a day, the boss battles need to be unlocked. The deathmatch, there have been many other weekly content like the Training Grotto, Knighthood boss battle, and the Demonic Beast battle that have been added to the 7 Sins. Because of the overwhelming amount of repeated content, many of our knights have been unable to find time to tackle the higher contents. It saddens us that to see such reality, and so we hope to mitigate the situation. We intend to bring about the improvements within August. They will not fire knights. Okay. Okay. I guess maybe they're gonna try. This doesn't really say much. Try to make so you don't have to do 6 a day. Maybe you have to only do 1, and you get the reward for 3. Maybe if you can spawn like 1 Belmoth and 1 original demon, that will get you the rewards for 3. That's cool. I mean, that's the last time spent doing that, because, you know, for me, I spent so many hours playing original demon when it first came out to get some characters level 100, right? Especially without the food. I mean, such a weird idea to not bring the food already, but yeah, so this is the end of the dev note. I mean, no real thing coming up soon, right? It's like, oh yeah, at some point within this month, there's going to be an adjustment to deer. Cool. Again, I wish the doggies would have an adjustment to their shitty freeze, but sure. Like, you know, I can beat dogs. I don't care, right? It's just weird. Why would they keep it that way? The Labyrinth is next month, so cool. I mean, at least we have news that it's coming soon, somewhat. We are in the first week of July, but still. We just entered second week, but still. New Final Boss is coming at some point, and something about Deathmatch, sure. Now we wait. End of this month, beginning of next month, lots of stuff should come, I suppose.